ExTrans people who have detransitioned or in the process of doing so, why?
Okay, so I was SAed when I was around 10 years old, so in my mind I thought that if I were a boy, it wouldn't have happened, which I know it's not the case, it can happen to anyone, but I was just a child. Fast forward to 13 years old me, I was sure I was a trans boy, 100%. I came out and for 3 years I lived as Cole. I didn't start hormones, but I had socially transitioned. There were times when I was doubting myself, I wasn't so sure, but I couldn't understand why. The SA part happened again around 16 and it hit me, so I went to my therapist and just told her everything. I spoke to my family and friends. Now I'm almost 19 years old and still healing. I hate when people still call me Cole, but hey, I can't do much about it.
Long story short, I realized I didn't need to go all in to be comfortable with myself, plus, the crippling self-loathing I had over not looking enough like a cis girl was way worse than my dysphoria was beforehand. In the end I settled to just do whatever the fuck felt right, and decided to slap the non-binary label on myself, demi-boy if you wanna get specific, and call it a day. Would I like to magically be born again as a cis girl? Yeah, but that's not how the world works, so I picked the option that in my situation led to the best outcome, and I'm now truly happy. Hell, I don't need therapy for my depression anymore, and in just 2 months I'll be off my meds for it, which is something I never imagined possible. While this might not be the best option for most trans people, it was for me.
I started HRT to transition from MTF in my mid-30s. I was on it for about 1.5 years, almost 2. My experience was great. I had a lot of love and support from my friends and family, and I was enjoying all the changes. Then the pandemic happened and my provider team closed and left the state. I had to leave the state as well, and find employment somewhere else. I started a new job, a new healthcare plan, and I had been off of HRT inadvertently for 6 months by the time everything normalized in my life. I started to dream as male again. I realized I wasn't as hormonal and sensitive. When we started working in person again last year, I was presenting as a male again. My new coworkers have only known me this way, and it was admittedly easier than having to explain transitioning a dozen or so different times to different coworkers. Also, my family is still just as supportive. I don't know if I'll retransition or not.